As tensions escalated between India and Pakistan following an airstrike by India in the Pakistan-administered Kashmir region, the world watched anxiously. Meanwhile, former President Donald Trump was busy leading a press event about the 2026 World Cup. The timing and contrast were nothing short of surreal. While breaking headlines were flashing with updates like, Pakistan vows retaliation, Indian military strikes claim justice, and, Pakistan's response underway, Trump, at his presser, joked about whether to call it soccer or football. Let that sink in.
Can't wait to welcome soccer fans from all over the globe. I don't know if I'm supposed to say soccer or football, because every time I say soccer, Baron and Eric say you're really saying it wrong. It's supposed to be football, but we know it more as soccer.
In the midst of the ongoing conflict, Trump turned to Andrew Giuliani, yes, Rudy Giuliani's son, and made a light-hearted moment about golf. He asked him in front of the press to confirm whether he's a good golfer.
And our executive director, Andrew Giuliani, just got the post, and he's going to be great. I know him for a long time. He's a highly competitive golfer, which, I mean, really good. And he's also a highly competitive person, and he loves what we're doing. So I want to congratulate you and your family and your father, your great father, who's the greatest mayor in the history of New York. So I want to congratulate the family. It's a big post. You better do well, Andrew. Tell him, is my golf game okay too?
Fantastic.
I'll say, he knew what to say, see? Well, he's a smart person. That's why I appointed him.
The press event quickly morphed from sports planning into a bizarre comedy of self-congratulations and off-topic remarks.
On right now, I thought it was a very bad decision. It was headed by Trudeau, by the way, and Obama. They were the ones that really fought hard to get Russia out. I think if Russia were in, you wouldn't be, they threw them out. And because of that, maybe millions of people are dying. Millions, millions. The numbers are far greater than you think, but millions of people are dying. If he was sitting around a table with other people, 7 people, hammering him and saying, let's not do this, I think you wouldn't probably have had the problems that you've had.
Trump went on to express his disappointment over Russia's exclusion from the G8, claiming the world would be safer if Russia were still part of it. According to him, millions might still be alive had Russia been at the negotiating table. While conflict flared overseas, these were the remarks coming out of Washington.
Thank you. Yes.
Russia is banned from playing the next World Cup. What's your position on this?
Say it again.
Russia has been banned from playing the next World Cup. What's your position on this?
I didn't know that. Is that right?
Yeah,
You want to
that is
explain
right.
that?
They are banned for the time being here
Okay.
from playing, but we hope that
He's the boss. I'm not the boss on that. I have nothing to do.
we hope that something happens and peace will happen, and then
It's
Russia
possible.
can be readmitted. So that's what we hope.
possible. Hey, that could be a good incentive, right? We want to get them to stop. We want them to stop. We want the 5,000 young people a week are being killed. It's not even believable.
Oh, and remember Trump's promise to end global conflicts in 24 hours? From Ukraine to Gaza, those bold claims now seem like wishful thinking. During the same event, Trump learned, apparently for the first time, that Russia had been banned from the World Cup. His reaction? A casual, I didn't know that. At one point, Senator J.D. Vance warned that foreign fans attending the 2026 World Cup better leave on time, or face consequences.
Visitors probably from close to 100 countries. We want them to come. We want them to celebrate. We want them to watch the game. But when the time is up, they'll have to go home. Otherwise, they'll have to talk to Secretary No, who I'll turn it over to now.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much for...
This was followed by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem making vague but over-the-top statements about America doing unprecedented things, giving the whole scene an odd authoritarian vibe.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you so much for dreaming big dreams and doing unprecedented things. Your entire life you have stood for doing things that other people thought they couldn't do and accomplishing unprecedented events and achievements. And so this is one of those events that I think is going to be remarkable and will stand the test of time as the world's greatest sporting event ever held and conducted. You are honoring us by agreeing to be the chairman of this event.
Then took a jab at Canada's Prime Minister, Mark Carney, reflecting on a tense earlier interaction where Carney firmly rejected any notion of Canada ever becoming a 51st state. Trump mused whether to call him Governor Carney, seeming unsure of his role.
But I gave a very long definition this morning in the Oval Office. We're in very, very good shape. This country's never been in better shape, and we were being ripped off by every country in the world virtually, and now we're not being ripped off anymore. It's very simple, very, very simple. As far as calling him Governor Carney, no, I haven't done that yet, and maybe I won't. I did have a lot of fun with Trudeau, but I think this is a big step up.
And as all this unfolded, the only remark Trump made about the India-Pakistan situation was, "It's a shame. I hope it ends soon."
Questions for Steve?
Reaction to the attacks between India and Pakistan?
No, it's a shame. We just heard about it just as we were walking in the doors of the Oval. Just heard about it. I guess people knew something was going to happen based on a little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it. No, I just hope it ends very quickly.
That was it. No strategy. No leadership. No outreach. Just a detached comment while the world braced for possible escalation. Warning: if you think leaders should act during crises, not joke around, like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk. To wrap things up, when Trump was asked why he hadn't secured any major deals lately, he said he could announce 100 deals right now.
Announce later this week.
Well, I can announce all of them now. I could announce 50 to 100 deals right now because, I'm the shopkeeper and I keep the store. And, I know what countries are looking for and I know what we're looking for, and I can just set those terms and they can go shopping or they don't have to go shopping because everybody wants to shop here. This is like a beautiful store. This is like one of Bernard Arnault, or maybe I should say Alex, even more importantly, Young, the future.
Donald Trump continues his criticism of New York Attorney General Letitia James. This isn't just out of the blue.
For you and perhaps the Attorney General, the Justice Department recently received a criminal referral against New York Attorney General Tish James for fraud. We haven't heard much about it. Can you or the Attorney General give us an update as to what's going on with that investigation?
Well, I don't want to get involved in something that Pamela's involved with. If you'd like to say something, Pam, I can say unrelated to that. She's a disaster for New York. She's a horrible, horrible human being. And I think she's a total crook. There's no question about it, but that's just my opinion. Pam's going to have to do what she wants. She's a very bad person. She's a very, very bad person who campaigned solely on, I'm going to get Donald Trump over and over again. She's a sick person, but has nothing to do with what Pam does. Pam is going to do what's right. She always does.
I've been familiar with Donald Trump for a while. Then he gets a question about progress concerning Russia and peace in Ukraine. Trump jumps in with his usual claims, saying something like, "I fixed it. Russia would have taken Ukraine, but I stopped them." But no, that's not true. He didn't actually do anything. Still, this is his new narrative: we won. I kept my promise. They've been stopped.
President, are there any plans for Mr. Wyckoff to travel once again to Russia? And as you mentioned in your remarks, he's traveled to Russia on a number of occasions. He's met with President Putin. What type of progress is being made as it relates to all of those visits that he's made to Russia?
I think a lot, because I think Russia wanted to take all of Ukraine and they've stopped. That's a lot of progress. It's small. It's a portion of Ukraine. But no, I think a lot. I think if we weren't here, they would be right now fighting to take the whole country, and they're not doing that. So I think that's a lot of progress. Mr. President, please.
This situation is completely out of control. We're closely monitoring the developments in Pakistan. Tensions are rising fast, with major clashes occurring between Indian and Pakistani forces in the Kashmir region. Both sides are reportedly exchanging small arms fire, machine guns, mortars, and even heavy artillery targeting military zones. The United Nations has issued a warning, saying the world cannot afford a full-scale conflict between these two nuclear-armed nations. Pakistan's information minister told Sky News they've taken down 2 Indian jets, and there are reports of another aircraft crashing in South Kashmir, hitting a school. A Pakistani lieutenant general has labeled it an act of war. Global instability is escalating, and many are pointing to Donald Trump's actions as a major trigger. We'll keep updating you with the latest. Don't forget to subscribe.